I just got back from Puerto Rico with my parents and I want to share my experience with you. We had an early morning flight. We got there around 8 a.m. So after we picked up our rental car, we made our way to Cafe COC, which is in San Juan. This is a delicious brunch spot where they served a variety of food such as waffles, omelets, different types of sandwiches and wraps, appetizers, beverages, and dessert. Everything was great. Our servers were very nice. I don't know if this is a frequent occurrence that happens a lot, but one thing that did happen to us was the restaurant was starting to reach its capacity. If you were able to sit down after the restaurant reached a certain capacity, you were only allowed to order appetizers and beverages. Once they get majority of those orders filled, they resume taking orders from the following guests who have arrived after them. Again, I don't know if this happens daily, but then again, it is a popular brunch spot in San Juan. So please remember to be respectful to the workers and any other people that are there. These people are doing their best to make sure that you all have an enjoyable experience. So please remember to be respectful and be patient. Again, I don't know if that's a common occurrence. That's probably just a policy that they have along with many other restaurants. But please remember to be respectful to the workers and anybody else who is helping you. If you can't wait or something comes up, remember, you can always go somewhere else. Please do not take it out on other people. We were pretty exhausted from the day. Again, we did have an early morning flight and we did go to brunch to meet up with some of my family members. But after that, we made our way to Caguas, which is where our hotel was. We just relaxed there until the evening. It was really nice. The hotel also had a pool, which was really nice. And another great thing about the pool is that it was empty most of the time. So whoever was there, majority of the time, they had the pool to themselves. They had little cabanas that you could sit in and all types of lawn chairs. And they also had a jacuzzi and they also had slides for the younger children. In the evening, my aunt took us to a seafood spot in Fajardo known as La Cueva del Mar. The restaurant was on a dock on the water, so it was really nice to see all the boats and different things. There are apartments around this area, so many people who have boats still have their boats docked at this location. There were tables inside and outside wherever you prefer to sit. If you don't like seafood, that's okay. They serve a variety of dishes such as tacos, pasta, and burgers. Another cool thing about the restaurant was there was also cats. There was one cat inside the restaurant. I'm pretty sure if there was more people, they would have let the cat outside or got rid of it or something like that. Since it was only us and another family and no one was really bothered by it and the cat wasn't really bothering anyone, I think they were just fine letting it stay, but it was cool. That was a common thing I saw in Puerto Rico was there's lots of dogs and cats that are pretty comfortable just wandering around and they're not really bothered by anybody. The next day we did some shopping. The first place we went to was La Plaza de Americas, which is a very popular shopping mall in San Juan. We were trying to find a couple of gifts for our family. We found these stores on the third floor of the mall which specialize in selling all types of creations made by different artists. I guess they bring them in and then they have these vendors sell to different people. My favorite art pieces were these little cat pottery figures made by Luis Espinete. I thought that was a nice way to have artists sell their different creations. If you do have the opportunity to visit this mall, please check out the third floor and see all the different types of creations that these artists have made. Also, I loved how the mall was decorated for Christmas. I love the giant nutcrackers that were in the center of the mall. Right across from the mall, they also had a pavilion where everyone can meet Santa. After the mall, we made our way to Penones, which had small shops to buy souvenirs and also vendors to enjoy local food. These shops are a great way to buy personalized merchandise from your trip, so everybody can have something that they enjoy. I even found my name on one of the license plates. After shopping, we made our way back to Caguas where we had dinner at my grandparents' house. The next day we made our way to Arecibo Lighthouse and Historical Park, which was my favorite day of the whole trip. This is a family location that is great to learn a bit of history about Spanish colonial rule in Puerto Rico while still incorporating many fun activities for everyone to enjoy. They have playgrounds, small pools, and all types of fun activities for everyone to enjoy, especially kids. We first started by making our way to the lighthouse. They had many bridges where you can go look out into the ocean and get really nice pictures by the lighthouse. Once you made your way up to the lighthouse, you were able to go inside, and they had galleries and different artifacts from the ships and more history about Puerto Rico at that time period. After we were done with the lighthouse, we made our way back down to the pirate exhibit, which has a cave that you have to walk through. In the middle of the cave, they had an aquarium and a pirate ship that you can also climb on. After you reached the end of the exhibit, there was a gift shop, and once you got outside, there were more ships that you could climb on, which was really cool. I'm on a boat! This is really cool. You can climb the boats that are over here. They have little stairs and it's really cool. I don't know why I was so fascinated by this. I thought it was really cool that you could climb the boats. I can't imagine how much fun a kid would have here. I think the best part about this historical park was that there was nobody. It was my family and then another family which we never saw. We saw like one time and then that was it. We had this park basically to ourselves, which was really nice. One thing about me is that I get very overstimulated when there's a lot of people around, so it's hard for me to enjoy certain attractions, but since it was practically empty, it was really nice to just be able to walk around, take your time, you weren't in anybody's way, and you were able to just enjoy the whole attraction. We left shortly after and made our way back to Caguas where we had dinner with my grandparents again. On the last day of our trip, we made our way to La Boriquenua, which is also in Caguas, and it is a panaderia and bakery that serves breakfast and lunch. This place is delicious. It's also not that busy either most of the time. We usually got breakfast there almost every day because it was quick and easy, and it was a nice place to sit down and have something for everybody. They serve a little bit of everything, which is nice. They had sandwiches, omelets, different types of pastries, and beverages, all sorts of stuff for everyone to enjoy. If you are ever in Gaguas, please go there, you will not regret it. After eating, we still had a couple of hours before we had to head to the airport, so we walked around Old San Juan and picked up a few more souvenirs. Old San Juan is a nice place to walk around. They have beautiful buildings and different types of structures for you to see. But one thing to keep in mind with Old San Juan is that this is where many tourists will go. This is where cruise ships dock. One thing to keep in mind with all these tourists is that it's very difficult to walk around because the streets and the sidewalks are so narrow. If you don't like crowds like I do, it can be very overwhelming and difficult to enjoy the scenery. Nevertheless, don't let that stop you from going. Please go enjoy your vacation. A good way to distract yourself is to go into different types of stores. You'll have like a couple of people in there, but it's a nice breather. There's also AC, which helps. There are many types of souvenir shops to get different types of merchandise. Same thing with like the stores in Pinones. It's a great place to walk around. There's different restaurants and you get a really nice taste of what Puerto Rico is like. We made our way back to the airport after walking around Old San Juan, but before we did, I saw a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 themed Burger King. We didn't eat here, but it was so cool. I've heard about Burger Kings being themed, but I've never saw one in person. And that was my vacation to Puerto Rico. I had a great time seeing my family over there and going places with my parents. It was nice to go on vacation a little bit before Christmas. For Christmas, I got new shoes, a Vans cardigan, Animal Crossing for the Switch. My friends also got me 2 dinosaurs from Target. I have named them Pinto and Dale. Thank you to my family and friends for getting me my gifts, and I hope you guys enjoyed your gifts as well. Whatever you celebrate or do during this time of the year, I hope you have a safe and happy holiday. I can't wait to go on more adventures in 2024. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!